Dobardan, Divine Pisces, 222. It is Thursday, May 21st, 2020. I'm doing energy check-in for the Twin Flames today. First card right out of the gate, we've got Pluto. I definitely feel some serious transformations going on, guys, but we already know this, okay? This has been happening all pretty much the beginning of this year. Since the very beginning of this year, we've been going through a lot of transitions, a lot of towers, a lot of awakenings, a lot of ascensions, you know, things like that. And I definitely feel just in general like the 5D aspect of life, okay, like the spiritual aspect of life is really being opened up to a lot of people. Like a lot of people are really opening themselves up to it, okay? And it's just like almost seems surreal. Like just the last couple of days, even just as an example, I mean, I have felt just like I'm floating in a dream world. Like I don't feel grounded whatsoever. You know, like I feel almost like disillusionment kind of setting in, or feeling nothing is real, nothing is as it seems. There's a mask on everything, there's facades, there's duplicitousness, like all of this stuff that's just kind of coming up, and it's sitting here kind of causing a lot of doubt, pushing a lot of self-doubt on people. You know, we're kind of in confusion energy. We have been in confusion energy for a while, and I do feel that this aspect here and this aspect here is what's causing this, okay? It's like there's this, because we're opening up, and some of you may be going through ascension, and that may be why I'm feeling this way. I may be actually going through another ascension. It's been a while since I've been through one. But like, you know, sometimes when you go through ascension, you don't feel connected to your body whatsoever. So some of you may be going through this, and that could be what's causing some of your confusion energy, okay? Dark night of the soul, you know, that sort of thing kind of kicking in with some of the unawakened twins too. You know, and so that energy being passed along to the awakened twin. And so the awakened twin sitting there in confusion going, okay, whose energy am I feeling? Is it mine? Or is it my counterparts? Or, you know, when we're in a collective like this and we're all in a collective, we are connected. We can all feel each other. So sometimes you're actually feeling the collective energy, okay? So it can be really difficult to distinguish what energy you're feeling, okay? But it does cast a lot of doubt. Okay, I know the confusion energy does. It makes you sit there and question yourself. You question your sanity, you know, like you did when you were originally going through awakening. You know, you're like, am I crazy? Have I been doing all of this wrong? Yada yada yada. Everything I know is a lie. You know, that kind of thing. So like a lot of illusions just being shattered, but it's causing self-doubt. A lot of self-doubt coming in. Okay, so yeah, it's just kind of this, just feeling almost like you're in a dream space. Like nothing is making sense. 2 and 2 doesn't equal 4. You know what I mean? Like, and even if you just look at and watch the news, which I can't watch the news anymore, but, you know, I kind of got curious the other day. I was watching something. I'm just sitting here going, none of this makes sense. None of this makes sense. Like, there is absolutely no common sense here. None. You know, so it's like, it's just bringing a lot of stuff up, I feel. A lot of people just not making sense of things. And not only that, it's not it's like the external world doesn't make sense, but it's also it's also causing you to have doubt within yourself. Right? So what do we do when we're in that situation? When we put up our boundaries, we gotta keep ourselves from moving because we're afraid to move. We're like, well, if I move forward now, I have no idea what's gonna happen. I have absolutely no control over the situation whatsoever, right? Right, exactly. You don't. So, release control, right? But definitely some sexual energy coming in strong. We have Pluto and we have Mars. So sexual energy coming in very heavily right now, okay? But things having to come back in balance, things feeling really off balance, you know, especially if you're going through ascension. You know, you might be too much up here and not so much in the 3D, okay? So find some balancing meditations or something like that. Get yourself nice and grounded, okay? Because while you're going through this energy, it's going to be very, very difficult to even just function, okay? Like get bills paid and you know, do work that you need to do. Be focused on doing your work. Be motivated, you know? Very, very difficult energy to actually work through, okay? So keep yourself nice and grounded. Do some, you know, some exercise. Go for a walk. Spend some time in nature. Whatever. All right, so taking a look at Divine Masculine. Yeah, okay, so look at this. We've got... Foundation completely upside down right now, right? So we all know we've been kind of watching Divine Masculine go through this transition himself, this transformation. Basically coming to realize that where he's at, you know, where he thought he was happy, it's actually completely not there's no integrity there. It's completely crumbling. It's not funny. It's just that, like, it's been happening for a while. It's like slowly, 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 things have been chipping away at Divine Masculine. Divine Masculine has been feeling literally like he's being chipped out of a piece of marble, okay? Like literally being reinvented. So all of these things that he thought made sense, you know, that he thought made him happy, don't make sense. Nothing makes sense right now. Everything is just kind of crumbling. It's falling apart around him. And he's like, okay, what do I do here? I thought this was it. I thought this is where I was supposed to be. Why am I not feeling like this is where I'm supposed to be, right? I thought, you know, I'm supposed to be reaching for all of this stuff. I have all of this invested, all of this time, whether it's time, money, emotions, whatever it is, invested in this situation. Why is it not turning out the way that I want? Why is it not turning out the way that I want? Show me what I need to do. Help, help, help. Okay. So like Divine Masculine reaching out to Source, okay? I do feel a lot of Divine Masculines meditating, okay? Or maybe they don't even know they're meditating, doing breathing exercises, things like that, just to calm their nerves. But that's a form of meditation, okay? And what that's doing is it's opening them up to the information that they're receiving from Source, okay? And so a lot of them, their third eyes are opening up. They feel crazy. They're seeing things they don't understand. You know, even though maybe Divine Feminine has already kind of told them about this stuff, you know, they kind of turned a blind eye to it. Oh, man, you know, that stuff doesn't exist. But, like, seeing it for yourself changes your perspective. Seeing and experiencing it for yourself changes your perspective. It's kind of like people who don't believe in ghosts, but then when you have a paranormal experience, you're like, oh, my God, now I believe. Yeah, it's because you had an experience that you cannot explain, right? And because you can't explain it, right, sitting there overthinking, trying to keep that wheel turning, puts you in that confusion energy. And so you're just like, I don't even know what the heck I saw. So that's when you're like, okay, you know what? I'm not even think about it anymore. This is something that I can't explain. I'm just going to accept it for what it is, that it's something I cannot explain. And whether, you know, it's something that I made up or not, it's changing me as a person. That's where Divine Masculine is right now. Okay, that's what I mean by transformation, transitions, whatever you want to call them. Death and rebirth, okay? Like literally death of the ego. What he thought was true is turning out not to be true after all. And it's devastating. It's devastating, okay? Which, I mean, a lot of it is, it's causing some serious upheaval. Okay, not just with self-worth, but just trust. Trust in general. Divine Masculine doesn't trust anything right now. Divine Masculine doesn't trust himself. Divine Masculine doesn't trust his situation that he's in. Divine Masculine doesn't trust the universe right now. He doesn't believe what he's seeing. Like, I'm talking serious confusion to the point of not trusting anything. Anything. Okay? Which is bringing up, like I said, that self-doubt. That self-doubt factor is coming up big time. Okay? And Divine Masculine is feeling so off balance, right? He's just sitting here going, I don't know what this is. They're clearing karma, guys. They're clearing some major karma right now. And some of them are sitting there resisting this healing aspect because they're in this confusion energy, feeling literally like they're being pulled in two different directions, okay? Unsure of how to bring it back into balance, okay? But at the same time, they're sitting here going, all right, well, I mean, I can't explain it, right? But at the same time, they're holding themselves back because they're in that energy. So it's not just Divine Feminine who's in confusion. Divine Masculine is major confusion right now. Okay? I mean, it is what it is. Good or bad, whatever you want to say about it. It is what it is. And it's helping Divine Masculine to wake up. Because it's about time, right? It's about darn time. Alright, let's take a look at Divine Feminine. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Divine Feminine, a lot of you right now are in a place where you feel absolutely unable to speak your truth. There's something that's holding you back from speaking your truth to someone or about a situation, whatever. There's something holding you back, and then the main issue is the confusion energy that you're in. Again, confusion energy abounds right now, okay? So Divine Feminine's like, well, I don't know how to speak up in this situation. I don't even know what to say. about this situation because, you know, it's like, if I move this way, this is going to happen. If I move this way, this is going to happen. So you're like sitting there literally playing out every single eventuality, and it's kind of putting you back into that confusion energy over and over and over again, okay? I almost feel like some of you gain clarity and then you start overthinking on what you gain clarity about, and then you put yourself back into your confusion energy, right? Which is just kind of keeping you stuck in this little block. It's like you're keeping yourself in this little box and you're not able to move forward, right? You're not able to release what you need to release. And some of you, this is a third party situation. Okay? Some of you are still in some karmic situations. Some of you have not emotionally released this karmic situation. You're still dealing with it. Okay? Some of you are sitting here judging Divine Masculine, like, why can't he get out of his karmic situation? Well, why can't you? You know? Some of you, it's like you got to a point where you were making it work and you were getting through it, but then it was like a relapse happened again because these repeating cycles that are coming in, and this another thing that's pulling you into that confusion energy, right? It's just like, why does this keep happening to me? Why does this keep happening to me? Because you haven't resolved it yet. You haven't resolved this yet. Okay, so basically it's just like, all right, well, I'm gonna just hang here. Look at all these sevens. My God, we got the seven of cups, the 7 of wands, and a 7 of pentacles also. Look at that, disappointment. So yeah, some of you are just sitting here in disappointment. It's not funny. It's just, you know, this is very true to what's going on with me, just in general. So I laugh when things are true to me. Sorry. Not because it's funny. But yeah, it's like some of you are just sitting here in this energy. Like I'm going to be disappointed no matter what I do. What decision do I make? Right? Yeah, I'm going to be disappointed no matter what happens. So what do I do? Right? Same energy as Divine Masculine. It's amazing how much we mirror, especially recently. The mirroring has been ridiculous. Like the energies are... Sorry, it was skipping. But yeah, the energies are almost identical between Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. Like almost pulling some of the exact same cards. And if they're not the same cards, they have, like, a lot of them have the exact same meaning. It's like translating the same. It's really crazy how much this has been happening recently. All right, let's take a look at the connecting energy. Wow, look at that. Okay, so within the connecting energies here, yeah, this 5D connection is growing majorly. Look at this. You got Pluto, you got Pisces, and you've got Libra. I mean, yeah. So some of you are feeling the soul connection getting stronger for sure. Like I said before, telepathy and that sort of thing. Inner child stuff definitely coming up in the connection as well. Past life stuff coming up. Some of you, there is a soulmate involved here, whether it's a karmic soulmate or, you know, somebody who's stepping in as well. But honestly, within the connection, it's just almost like it's just getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And I find, you know, this interesting too, because you each have a 3 of cups here. So we were talking about Divine Feminine still having not dealt with a third party situation here. Okay, so it's like each counterpart here has a third party situation, an emotional connection with something or someone that is not being released yet. So see the mirroring here? Okay. Yeah, look, boom. Codependency, boom. Karmic cycle ending. Okay, and this is within the connection. So codependency needing to be released is being released for the most part. I think because so many of us are in such confusion about what's going on, it's like we're just getting to that point where we're having to release the knowing, and that's a codependency. Okay, so karmic cycles also coming up very strongly right now that are ending. Again, third party situations I just mentioned. Okay, stuff like that, karmic situations. It could be a job too, or it could be an addiction, whatever. But it's very emotionally charged, some of these situations, okay? And it's very, very difficult to kind of overcome that sometimes, okay? Especially when you feel guilty. There's a lot of guilt still associated with some of these situations. And that's translating in the connection as guilt in the connection that is needing to be released. There's some guilt here, there's some betrayal here, there's some sense of having to make up for something that happened in the past, and the constant feeling guilty about it instead of releasing it, right? So all the while, you know, sitting here in this energy of not releasing these Three of Cups here, you know, not releasing these third party situations, it's keeping the momentum kind of stagnant right now. And that's where the confusion energy is coming in. I'm telling you, this is what's keeping the energy in the actual connection from going anywhere. Okay, it's just this confusion energy. All right. But yeah, boom, Three of Wands. So again, like triggered, very, very triggered. I feel both counterparts very, very triggered right now with the confusion stuff, not able to make a decision, okay? But knowing they're having to release the situation. So some of you are just kind of like, you know what? I give it up. You know, here's what I want. I'm letting it go. Okay? Here's my intention. I'm releasing it. Right? And hopefully, you know, what I'm wishing for will come back to me. Right? That's what you got to do. You got to release it, guys. Okay? And yeah, I mean, this is, I feel, the main illusion within the connection right now. The main illusion within the connection right now that is being dissolved. And that's whatever illusion that is that you had about the connection that you're facing right now. That's where the confusion energy mainly is coming from. Okay? And a lot of it does have to do with ascension, has to do with information maybe you're getting from source. Maybe you got an epiphany. You know, something about your connection you got an epiphany about, and you're sitting here going, oh, I've been thinking about this all wrong. Sitting there ruminating, well, why didn't I think about this before? And blah, 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 blah. Instead of just accepting it, releasing it, and being like, all right. I release this illusion. I release this. I release the heartache associated with this illusion, this deception, whatever it was. And you know what? I'm going to make a decision here. All right. This karmic situation got to go. It's got to go. Okay. I can't do it anymore. Right. You know, so I'm going to move forward in integrity. And so it's just like, it's just this back and forth energy. It's really kind of crazy. And I feel like this Gemini moon, man, it's casting a lot of doubt on a lot of us. Like, some of you are just so, like, feeling so defeated. Feeling so defeated by truth at this point. You know, literally truth versus illusion. And it's, illusion was winning. Illusion was winning for a lot of you. Okay? Alright. So messages from the counterparts. Bam. There you go. First one out of the gate. And a lot of times to me, Pluto does represent Dark Night of the Soul. So the fact that that was the first card out and this is the first message out, that speaks volumes. Okay? Yeah, definitely, guys. It's opening up. It's opening up. I love how sometimes these cards just basically, they just reiterate what I already said. It's kind of funny. You're welcome. Alright, let's get some messages and advice. Yeah. Action. But it's hard to take action when you don't know which way to go. Right? Some of you are needing to take action on your mission, though. Some of you, you know, some of you, that's where this motivation is coming into. It's like whatever's happening with this confusion energy is kind of sparking that fire up under you. You're like, you know what? I need to get moving on my mission. I'm not going to focus on this right now. Right? I'm going to release this and I'm just going to focus on my mission right now. I'm going to work on this, right? Because I don't want to think about this anymore. You know, and that's good. That's good. You know, working on your mission, that's super productive. That's what you're supposed to be doing anyway. I don't consider that a codependency or a coping mechanism because that's where you're supposed to be. So it's like whatever's triggering you to do that is a good thing. So, you know, applaud you. But yeah, I mean, because of that, it's like growth is actually, believe it or not, growth is happening here. Major growth is happening here. We're learning a lot of lessons Especially with, believe it or not, with the confusion energy, I do think it's actually serving a purpose. It is serving a purpose. It's teaching you to what? Release control. Because having to know everything is a form of control, right? But yeah, there's still a lot of darkness here. A lot of dark night of the soul coming in still. All right? Especially with divine masculine, but some divine feminines too. And some of you are feeling this from your counterpart. But some of this is you. Like, you're facing some major, major darkness right now. It will lift, guys. You just have to have faith in the process. And a lot of times it's easier said than done. Totally get that. It's sometimes you have to give yourself a pep talk. I do that to myself all the time. Sometimes you just have to give yourself a pep talk and be like, look, I don't understand all of it. No, I don't. And I'm not meant to. I'm not meant to. I'm not meant to understand it. So why put myself through torture trying to understand something that I'm not meant to understand anyway? If Source wants me to understand, I will understand. But I guarantee you, you won't understand until you release what? Control. Release resistance. Stop resisting. The clarity will come. Okay? Alright, guys. I hope this has helped. If it has, please like, share, subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.